up. Today we're going to talk about parallel lines only. Tomorrow we'll talk about perpendicular lines. And so first of all, parallel lines are lines in the same plane that do not intersect, which basically means they stay the same distance apart all the time. So an example of parallel lines would be like the railroad tracks. Okay, the railroad tracks stay the same distance apart all the time, and if they didn't, you'd have a crash. I mean, the train has to stay. That's where the wheels are on the track. And so anyway, a few things about this diagram. All vertical lines are parallel. Those are the lines that are up and down. Same thing with horizontal lines. All horizontal lines are parallel. And then if two non-vertical lines in a plane have the same slope, then they are parallel. So this last statement is the one that I want you to get down for today. Parallel lines have the same slope. Okay? Parallel lines have the same slope. That is the most important thing I want you to take from today. Okay? Parallel lines have the same slope. So let's go ahead and look at an example here. It says, write an equation in slope-intercept form. So that's key. They already told you what form they want. For the line that passes through -3, 5, and is parallel to y equals 2x minus 4. Okay? So if you were taking notes, this is what I would make sure you write down. Find slope-intercept form. Passes through -3, 5, parallel to y equals 2x minus 4. So you don't have to write all those words down. Find slope-intercept form, passes through -3, 5, parallel to y equals 2x minus 4. That's what I would write down. So the first thing we're going to start with is this statement. Parallel to y equals 2x minus 4. It's the very first place we're going to start. Now, when it says parallel to, that means it has the same what? Slope. So what I need to do is find the slope of this line. What's the slope of this line? 2. So that's my new line. My new line has to have a slope of 2. It has to be the same slope. And my new line also has to pass through this point. So let's think about things. I know the slope. What else do I know? A point. What form should I use? I could use point-slope form, okay, if I wanted. The other thing is the answer said slope-intercept form, so if some of you just want to start there, we can start there as well. Remember slope-intercept form, y equals mx plus b, right? Do I know anything in that equation? I know the slope. What's the slope? 2. So I've got 2x plus b. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take that point. Remember, I'm going to plug in -3 for x and 5 for y. So 5 equals 2 times -3 plus b. Okay, so let's go ahead and solve that. What is 2 times -3? -6. So what do I do now? I add 6 to both sides. So what is 5 plus 6? 11. So last but not least, what I need to do right here is I need to sub 11 in for b. So my answer is y equals 2x plus 11. All right, let's go ahead and look at another one of those. Write an equation in point-slope form for the line that passes through 4, -1, and is parallel to y equals 1/4 x plus 7. So once again, if I was taking notes, I would write find point-slope form, and then I would put passes through 4, -1, parallel to y equals 1/4 x plus 7. So now, real quick, what does this one say? This one says find point slope form. So this one's a little different. Okay, not quite the same as the problem before. So the very first thing that I'm going to focus on, I'm going to focus on this statement right here. Parallel to y equals 1/4 x plus 7. So if I have a line that's parallel to y equals 1/4 x plus 7, what will the slope be? 1/4. Very good. So now this one said point slope form. So point slope form, if you remember, is y minus y1 equals m times x minus x1. So what I'm going to go ahead and do is sub in what I know. So remember from yesterday, y1, x1, remember what I do is I start with y, right? And then I look at my point here. Here's the y coordinate, -1. So what do I write in my formula? I write +1 equals, what's my slope going to be? 1/4. Then I do my parentheses. What do I put in this case? X and then -4. That's right, because remember I'm using the opposite of my x coordinate here, which is -4. So there's your equation. Okay? So the important thing, what you need to do is you need to focus on what your form you're finding your equation of. Okay? If you're finding slope-intercept or point-slope form. So for your homework, this is what you need to do on page 243. I need you to do just 11 through 16, and you're going to go ahead and add to that tomorrow some more problems, and those are going to be on perpendicular lines. Okay? So let's go ahead and look at those real quick. Okay, so page 243. Page 243, 11 through 16. The directions are, write an equation in slope-intercept form for the line that passes through. And it gives you everything. Okay?